There is something almost secret and deeply human about that moment when you touch a special object before leaving home. It doesn't matter if you say you don't believe in luck. There are gestures we perform automatically, as if part of us knows something that reason has not fully accepted yet. Maybe that's why, for centuries, different cultures have placed hope, protection, and a touch of destiny into certain objects. Hello, internet dwellers. Welcome to a brand new video. What's fascinating is not only that these objects exist, but that many of them have documented histories, verified uses, and meanings that have survived entire generations. This is not improvised magic. These are symbols that have traveled through time, gathering faith, tradition, and a surprisingly logical emotional power. Get ready, because each of these objects doesn't just promise luck, it tells a story. Number 1. The four-leaf clover, the rarity that tempts fate. The famous clover is more than just a good luck cliche. In fact, finding one is statistically unlikely. It is estimated that there is only one four-leaf clover for every 10,000 three-leaf clovers. The ancient Celts believed this tiny botanical anomaly allowed people to see the invisible, spirits, energies, hidden paths. And here's the interesting twist. Our minds are programmed to value rarity. So when you find one, you don't just feel lucky, you feel chosen by the universe. Number 2, the horseshoe. Iron against the invisible. Hanging a horseshoe over a doorway is more than rustic decoration. During the Middle Ages, iron was considered a metal capable of driving away evil spirits. Historical records show that blacksmiths were viewed almost as mystical figures. Why? Because they mastered fire and transformed matter itself. A horseshoe, therefore, was not just protection, it was a symbol of control over the unknown. Interestingly, there is still debate today. Should it face upward to hold luck or downward to pour luck out? No one agrees, which ironically makes it even more powerful.
Number 3, the Turkish eye, or nazar, the gaze that protects from other gazes. The famous blue amulet, known as the nazar, has centuries of history throughout the Middle East and the Mediterranean. Its purpose is simple: protection against the evil eye, a belief documented in more than 40 cultures. According to anthropological studies, this concept emerged from the fear of envy, a very real, measurable, and socially powerful emotion. The nazar does not stop others from envying you, but it reminds you of something important. Not everything around you is neutral, and that awareness alone is already a form of protection. Number 4, the Japanese lucky cat, a constant invitation. That little cat waving its paw, yes, that one, is no coincidence. It is called the Maneki Neko, and its origins date back to Japan's Edo period. What makes it fascinating is the gesture itself. It is not waving hello, it is calling people closer. In Japan, that paw movement is an invitation. Depending on its color, the meaning changes. Gold means wealth, white means purity, black means protection. In essence, it is a statue that does not wait for luck, it summons it.
Number 5, the found coin, chance turned into a sign. Find a penny, pick it up, says a popular rhyme. But there is something deeper happening here. Psychologically, finding money activates the brain's reward system. It doesn't matter how much it is. The important thing is that you weren't expecting it. That small discovery breaks routine and creates a feeling of synchronization with the world. And although that may sound abstract, it has real effects on mood and decision-making. Number 6, the elephant with its trunk raised. Memory and fortune. In many Asian cultures, the elephant symbolizes wisdom, stability, and power. But there is one crucial detail: the trunk must point upward. Why? Because it is associated with the accumulation of positive energy. In practices such as feng shui, this object is strategically placed around the home to attract prosperity. It is not merely decoration, it is emotional architecture. Number 7, the antique key, opening what does not yet exist. Keys have symbolized power for centuries. During the Middle Ages, carrying a key was a sign of trust and authority. Today, many people carry a small key as a lucky charm. Why? Because it represents access to opportunities, answers, and paths you have not yet discovered. And here's the interesting part. When you believe you have the key, your behavior changes. You become more open, more attentive, more willing to find doors.
Number 8, the number 7, when luck becomes mathematics. The number 7 is not an object, but it is one of the most universal symbols of luck. 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 musical notes. Since ancient times, this number has appeared in both natural and cultural systems. Studies in cognitive psychology suggest
that the human brain tends to prefer patterns of this size. It is not magic. It is familiarity transformed into confidence. Number 9. Quartz, the science behind energy. Quartz is not only popular in spirituality, it is also essential to modern technology, watches, electronic devices, and much more. Why? Because of its ability to maintain a constant frequency when energy is applied to it. So when someone says quartz helps balance energy, they are not entirely wrong. Maybe not in the traditional mystical sense, but certainly in a very real physical one. Number 10. The Hand of Fatima. Protection with history. The Hand of Fatima, also known as the Hamsa, is an ancient symbol found across multiple religions and cultures. It represents protection, especially against evil. But what is most fascinating is its universality. It appears in Islamic, Jewish, and North African traditions alike. When different cultures converge around the same symbol, it is rarely a coincidence. It is evidence of a shared human need. So, do they work? This is where everything takes a small turn. Perhaps these objects do not directly change the outside world, but they do transform something equally important: your perception. And perception, according to numerous psychological studies, influences your decisions, your confidence, your ability to recognize opportunities. In other words, luck does not always arrive. Sometimes it is recognized, the detail that changes everything. Maybe the real secret is not in the object itself, but in what it activates within you. A clover does not create luck, a horseshoe does not stop chaos, but both do something powerful. They remind you to stay aware, to expect something good, and to remain willing to find it. And that, ironically enough, is exactly the kind of person that luck tends to visit. Because in the end, luck may not be an unexpected strike of fate. It may simply be a door that was always there, waiting for someone to believe enough to open it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel.